you're going to have to give us an ID. If you don't give us an ID,
not going to happen.
Then you're going to have to go.
Not going to happen. I'm not breaking any laws.
Yes, you're breaking their law.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
They're going to love that you said that.
Trespassing.
To get my ID, you need reasonable, articulable suspicion. That I've committed a crime.
You have.
What crime have I committed?
If you're not going to give me your ID, you're interfering with the duties of a police officer.
Are you stupid or something?
Hey yo, what's poppin', y'all? I'm Ace.
Hi, and I'm Star. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Alright, bet. Let's get into it. Alright, so in this one we got another one from Tribe Report. It says, are police thugs in uniform? So let's see what we're talking about here.
Very good question.
You already know what my answer about it be.
When you think about it logically, yeah.
Hey, what's going on, everyone?
Hi, friends.
Back again, this time with the police encounters.
Ooh, okay.
That's something that's been kind of crazy recently with, well, you already
Touchy.
know. Yep, let's get into it.
I'll scare you.
You're not supposed to be scared of this. I don't care.
Okay, great.
Cops bullying a guy inside a library for filming.
Before you guys even arrest me, the thing that's going to happen is you have to tell me to leave, right?
No. No.
Yes, you do. That's what. First of all, if you don't want to be charged for trespassing, you have to be in a place where you have knowledge that you either are not permitted or are no longer permitted. So either you go into a place where you know you're not supposed to be in there and you have permission to be in there and it's not your premises, or you're inside the place and your permission is revoked, and that can be revoked by the people that own it, that can be revoked by the police if they call the police and have them remove you, but you have to first tell me to leave. If you don't tell me to leave and you're just here bothering me, that's not a thing.
No. We're in charge here.
Shut your bitch ass up. Yeah, you're gonna tell me to leave,
not.
and then
You're going to have to give us an ID. If you don't give us an ID,
not gonna happen.
Then you're going to have to go.
Not gonna happen. I'm not breaking any laws.
Yes, you're breaking their law.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And then
Honestly, the first thing that would come out of my mouth is, okay, you pull this, I'm suing you two and your police station.
And
because it's ridiculous.
the department, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
And the state too, because I'll tell you what, that's going to be an illegal arrest. He said, so if I don't give you ID, I'm going downtown. Okay, what am I going downtown for? Am I going down? You're arresting me, so I'm arrested for what? You have to arrest someone for something. So if the thing is not producing my ID, it's going to be very interesting for you to show me the section of the penal code where it says I'm to be arrested for not producing my ID when you ask for it. Right? Now, in the second stint, it's just like you can't even detain me. You asking me questions and requiring me to produce stuff, and you keeping me in this place and preventing me from going to a different place what I'm saying is preventing me to do that at my leisure is detaining me. And to detain me, I'm sure what he's about to say is that you need reasonable suspicion to detain me. You need reasonable suspicion that I have committed a crime or I'm about to commit a crime in order for you to detain me.
Yep.
So when the police walk up to you and they tell you, bop, 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 this and the other thing, you know what I tell them? Kick fucking rocks, boy. I'm out of here. What are you talking about? He grabbed my arm. Now I'm detained. Don't run away. Now I'm detained. Okay, so what am I detained for? Oh, I just want you want nothing, my boy. You can't harass me. If you are to detain me, you need a reason. You need a crime that you can point to that I did or I'm about to do, and that you have evidence that happened. They never do that. They just straight up try to bully you and be like, yeah, no, we're in charge here. Hey, bro, no, you're not.
And all you have to do is say, I'm going to give me your badge.
Ask him if I'm free to leave.
And no, but I'm saying, like, if they go to the extent of arresting you and not giving you the information, be like, all right, cool, I got your badge number, I'm going to find your department, I'm suing you and the whole department, and that's it. And I bet you they'll back off because they know better.
Maybe not. Some of them think they know everything.
Some of them think that you ain't got a good enough lawyer to actually sue.
Yeah, all right. What they don't know is that I'll sue them and represent myself. I am an attorney.
Find out who you are.
They're gonna love that you said that.
Trespassing.
To get my ID, you need reasonable, articulable suspicion. That that I've
That's
committed
what it is.
that I've committed a crime.
You have.
What crime have I committed?
If you're not going to give me your ID, you're interfering with the duties of a police officer.
Are you stupid or something?
What the
Eventually,
fuck?
a supervisor arrives.
Could you imagine that he said, oh, I'm interfering with the duties of a police officer by not taking an affirmative action. In no state in the union is that a law. None. I don't have to do anything. The police can't give me commands if I haven't done anything wrong. That's the thing that people don't understand. They don't have any authority over you if you didn't do anything.
He didn't even say obstructing justice.
No, but that's what he means.
Yeah, I know, but that's what he was trying to, like
He's gonna try and
sugarcoat
charge him
it,
with
right?
obstruction of justice or obstruction of governmental operations.
I'm telling
But the
you.
problem is that what's your operation? Okay, you're trying to figure out who he is. What's he doing to obstruct you? Standing still? That's not a thing. He doesn't have to do anything. And him refusing to do something isn't obstructing anything. It's not like they try to frame everything as like it's resisting arrest, where they try to arrest you and you refuse or resist, that you're now resisting arrest. But even sometimes they try to arrest a motherfucker, he resists arrest, and they try to charge him with obstruction of justice. It's like that charge gets dismissed every time. It's like, yo, shut up.
Police just think that because they're police, they're automatically seen as authority. So they just push their authoritarian mannerism onto people, and
Let me
it's
tell
just
you
like,
what.
you can't.
Let me tell you what.
You can't. You're
I'm-
a citizen just
I'm
like
a-
me.
I'm a free
When you take that
citizen in
uniform
the-
off, at the end of the day, you're a citizen. So go
I don't
fuck
give a fuck
off.
about these people. I'm a free citizen in these United States. These motherfuckers don't command me to do absolutely nothing. Not a fucking thing.
Jesus. So then the supervisor gets called for the police officer.
Yeah, they about to be in
You know?
trouble.
Because not
Oh, it was
giving
the
your ID, that's
supervisor
getting
of
you
the
arrested.
Yeah, their supervisor. He's
I
like,
see. Okay.
call down your sergeant down here. You're
Okay.
gonna arrest me? Like they do that dumb shit all the time, where these like rookie police or these police who just like drunk on authority think they know everything.
Right.
Not here harassing citizens, and they gotta call a white shirt or call the captain to be like, you can't fucking do that. You know what I mean? Like, get out of here before you get us all sued. Like, what are you doing?
And
Like,
you look like a dummy.
stupid.
You didn't commit a crime, dude. You filmed me in a library.
Like,
This
what is that?
getting wild.
Public library.
Here you go.
Possibly.
It's a constitutionally protected
Put that on your
activity.
YouTube feed because
It's
you're wrong.
constitutionally protected activity.
How's he wrong? To film in a public place is a constitutionally protected activity.
Yep.
I can film anything that's in public purview because I can see it. Anything that I can stand out in the street and see with my eyes, I can film it. And you can't tell me otherwise, bro. What are you talking about?
If I went in there and I was acting like an asshole,
You're wrong.
No, hey, don't fucking touch me, man.
Hey,
Fucking
hey,
pussy, don't touch me.
Hey, I want to file a complaint
Please
against him.
follow,
He's
like,
grabbed my
and
arm.
comment.
Sergeant, he just grabbed my arm. I want to file a complaint. Sergeant.
Look at
Completely
this.
ignoring. Look at
Look at this shit.
After the incident, one of the officers forgot to turn off his body cam and caught Officer Utter with 24 years of experience as a
24.
beat cop and no promotions to leadership, saying the following.
20-year vet is behaving.
Yeah, what he just said is 20 years ago, he'd be dead. AKA, 20 years ago, we would have been able to fabricate this situation because he doesn't have a camera. And so,
I
therefore,
see.
we can make up whatever we want and shoot his ass.
That's what he meant.
Yeah, that's what he fucking meant. Because these motherfuckers do that all the time. I mean, don't you see it?
Yeah.
You see it every single day. They tell a certain story, a set of lies set up by them and their superiors. Oh, well, he didn't have a gun, but he's fucking shot dead. How do we explain this? He was doing this. He was doing that. He was doing the other thing. He reached for this. I fear for my life. All kind of fake ass bullshit, right? And then the neighbor from the roof got the fucking camera, and none of that happened.
Right.
And now you lying all in the report. That's what happens. That's what he's talking about. The difference is 20 years ago, there would have been nothing to impeach his lying ass testimony. And therefore, whenever police get on the stand, people just believe that they're telling the truth because they're the police.
Right.
You can take it from me. Juries they love to believe the police. Unless you can really demonstrate that this dude's a liar, he's got a history of beating people or something like that, they're going to take his word for it, bro.
Juries are
Goofy.
citizens who empathize. That's why.
Right.
They're citizens who empathize. You give them a sob story, and you give them a person who is supposed to be righteous and uphold the law.
Supposed to be, right.
Supposed to be.
I mean, that's the thing.
Of course.
But I mean, and then again, also,
Easily swayed.
in the United States, there's mostly white people. So most juries consist of white people.
Easily swayed.
Right, and there's no cultural aversion among white people generally against police and government authority. Among black people, Hispanics, there's a huge natural cultural aversion to authority and to police, and therefore
Natural fear.
right, and therefore as we should,
yeah.
based on how they have behaved historically, and therefore
Behaved, and the
Right.
reason why cops were made to
in the
begin
first
with.
place, right, and then yeah, right, because modern police have their roots in slave catching, but that's a reason why you'll find, like, if you have a jury of more people of color, that they're more likely to believe that a police officer did something wrong or would lie. So that's why, like, if I was doing jury selection in a case involving a police shooting or police brutality or something like that, whether a civil case or a criminal case, if I'm representing the plaintiff or the victim, or I'm on the prosecutor, I want all the jurors to be people of color. They definitely believe the police did something wrong.
Yeah.
But if you are the policeman's defense attorney in a civil or criminal case, you want all white people, bro. Because all white people believe in police. We don't. Let's see what they got to say about
being
this.
this way, right? So this isn't some green newbie.
Right, he got 20 years of experience. Sometimes they be the worst
And
ones.
what happens?
Really?
Yeah, they be the worst ones. They be the old guard. They be the ones that be the most ingrained in the bullshit and the blue line that the police be doing. Right.
Veterans.
A lot of times, some of the new police be the better ones.
Interesting.
They younger. They understand more. Right. They're more culturally hip. They understand that not every black person who walking around with tattoos and shit is a thug. Like, sometimes they understand that, but they get pressure from their superiors. And like, you a rookie cop, you gotta do what they tell you. Or you fired. Your pension gone. They put you on some shitty post. You call for help, they don't come. That's real. That shit really happens.
Yeah.
Like, they don't be having a choice, bro. They be getting put in a retarded position where they be want to tackle their mans off the fucking suspect, and they can't because they're afraid they're gonna go to get their life ruined.
And also, they have families too, and that's what sucks.
Right.
But you know what? You wouldn't want them.
You wouldn't want that happening to your
you.
family while you wasn't there.
Right.
But then again, like I said, white people don't see us like that, so they don't see that that's something that they don't see when they see it happening to, like, Eric Garner or to, like, Trayvon Martin or anybody else like that, right? They don't see that as, oh, that could happen to me and my people. They see it as, oh, that's them. That's what happens to them.
And that power rage that's burning in them.
Man,
I have the power.
Every cop that acts like this got stuffed into a locker when he was a little kid in school. He got beat up, got bullied, got his lunch money taken. Like, that's how they act, bro. It's like, nah, I'm gonna get my revenge on all the cool kids. Like, that's how you look. Like, shut up.
Right.
Hey, I want to file a complaint against him, Sergeant.
All right, thanks, Sergeant.
Grab my arm. Sergeant.
I'll follow you right to your precinct, bro. Like, I want to file a complaint now. Get me my complaint form, cousin. I'm filming it. Let that complaint disappear.
I want to file a complaint. I'll wait for him.
But that's the crazy part. Is like, guess where you have to file a complaint against the sergeant?
Inside the police.
In his precinct.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, that means you're gonna file a complaint form about him and hand him the form to process. He has to process his own complaint form against himself.
Really?
Yes. A lot of times that's what happens. It's like you have to go to the. Sometimes, well, you can maybe try to take it up the chain, but a lot of times, if you like a citizen like this and you're just trying to file a complaint, you got to go to the police station. And which one are you going to go to? The one where the people are at. So the same people you're complaining on are the people in there. Who handles who works in the police station? All police.
Yeah.
So you're complaining on one of their mans, and they are the ones that have to process it. Right? It's the same time when you have like.
No, I thought you meant the person that you're complaining directly is the one that I'm like, what?
He might, depending on who you're talking about.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the sergeant and the captain, or the captain runs the precinct.
Yeah.
So if you have to complain on the captain, he's in charge of the whole place where they got to take a complaint and send it off to the other people. Maybe your complaint doesn't get sent off for 2 weeks. Maybe your complaint doesn't get sent off for a month. Maybe it gets lost, and then you come back and like, oh no, we lost it. Oh, we had a flood. Oh, and your paper was in there.
Oh, no.
That's
Like-
okay, I'll file another one.
Bro, but that's what I'm saying. This is the type of shit that they do. Oh, it's okay, I'll file, and then they'll lose the next one. That's what they do, bro.
Can you send your lawyer to do this though?
Yes,
Or
but
you
that's
yourself have to go.
You can send your lawyer. You can, yeah, but it's the same difference, bro. I gotta give it to these people,
Yeah, but
and then they do whatever they do with it. But it's true though.
it's unlikely they would lose it if the
That's
lawyer.
true. No,
that's
true.
what I'm saying.
That's
like
true.
you know.
That's true. If I show up with the paper, then they're not gonna lose it.
Right.
they're not gonna lose the paper because I'm gonna take down everybody's name
You're
and
gonna
everybody's badge number.
Fire up that whole
Yeah,
place.
right.
Are you
Like
kidding me?
y'all all get the city getting sued.
Fire
I'm
the
taking
whole
money
shit.
out your pocket. You lose my paper on purpose, and I find out and I catch you.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you.
I'm getting money out your pocket. Getting money out the city's pocket. Boy, that's some type of shit that's worth punitive damages, as a matter of fact. You're intentionally hiding my complaint form? That's pure skullduggery. Right? But when do you really have that situation? Most people aren't me, and most people aren't lawyers. So it's just like, you walk around, you maybe you know the law, maybe you don't. And if you don't, it's like, they'll tell you anything, bro, to get you up out of there. And then lie and say they never said it, bro.
Right.
Fucking scumbags. Look at this motherfucker. Can't even walk up the fucking hill. Old Michelin man looking ass. Get out of here. Who we running after?
I know. He's the fucking one. I'm telling you right now. Fucking 5 years ago with this shit, he would have been on the fucking ground. 10, 15, 20 years ago, that motherfucker would be dead.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this.
He's fucking his teeth in this.
Officer Utter may have just unwittingly testified against himself that he has either witnessed or committed the acts he just mentioned.
Yeah.
He has served for 24 years, long before there were body cams and the widespread use of cell phone cameras.
What did I
His
tell you?
comment that 5 years ago Long Island Audit would be on the ground more than likely is referring to a time where body cams and viral cell phone videos didn't expose officers from lying about brutalizing innocent citizens.
What did I tell you? I told that entire story as soon as he said it. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know what you mean when you say that. Because that's what they did. Boy, they beat Rodney King and tried to lie about it. Then
That was on video.
Doubling down on his mistake, he declared that Long Island Audit would have been dead 20 years ago. The question now becomes, has Officer Utter witnessed or taken part in a homicide 20 plus years ago involving a citizen standing up for their civil rights? Or was he being hyperbolic? Either way, the captured conversation is evidence that this type of attitude and disgust for the public is their culture. Officer Utter may eventually be punished for this, but only because the audio was captured and released to the public. Outside of this sliver of transparency.
And that's the other weird shit that be happening, is that even with the pictures and the video, sometimes they have it, and it's stuff worthy of them getting investigated by IAB, Internal Affairs, shit that's worthy of them getting sued, getting fired, all kind of shit like that. And they don't release it. They hold on to the tape. Ahmaud Arbery, that tape, they had that tape. They had that tape for 2 months. And the McMichaels were not picked up and they were not charged. The like shady ass DA was like, oh, it's not, we're not gonna charge him, type shit. So we seen the video and determined so or whatever, some bullshit. They had the video. Then the video gets leaked, and all of a sudden, then they pick him up immediately. It's the same thing. That is a perfect example of that. If there was no video, boy, they would have lied their ass off about that. They're not even police, but the police protected them.
You know what? The whole town should have just went to that police station and rocked that
Whole
shit.
time, they all white people in that town. Yeah, that's how it worked, bro. That's the South, man.
This talk has been normalized and is accepted. Long Island Audit has filed formal complaints against the officers seen in this
Crazy.
video and has filed a notice of intent.
That's crazy. And punishment for a cop is just going to another precinct.
Yeah.
Another county. You know, there is no punishment really, or paid leave.
Yeah.
How many cops have murdered people and got paid suspension?
It's like, what is that?
Paid leave.
I love when the guy that's supposed to protect me threatens me.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Because they're power hungry.
It's so crazy because they're so, man, horribly trained. What happened to standards? You know what I mean?
There are
It's
no
like, and I have friends that are cops, you know, and they say the same thing. It's frustrating for them. It's frustrating for, quote, the good ones, you know?
Right.
I think it even probably makes it
I have friends that are cops, bro. This is the exact same shit they be talking about. And it's like, nah, they're weird, man. Like, you work there, you're not in charge. These people are weird. Let something like this happen. Shit gets so weird so fast. Like Like, don't tell on us the thin blue line. Don't say anything, or we demoting you, we moving you here, we docking your pay, we cutting your overtime. All type of weird shit be happening. I'm telling you.
They're gangs.
They are a gang.
They hang out. They back one another because I get it. Trust me.
What's his name say that? Immortal Technique?
Yeah.
Cops are the biggest gang, bro. It's a fact.
They're gangs. Like, I get it. Protect your brothers because you work with each other. You're on a dangerous career path where it's just like you're constantly, like, sometimes danger comes your way and everything. I get it. But you're supposed to be moral human beings protecting the citizens of the state that you are in. It doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah,
what?
well, no, they don't see themselves as protectors. They see themselves as crime hunters, and that's the problem.
That's
is that
the crazy
instead
part.
of trying to protect us from things that happen, they're trying to look for
Outlook for
something
crime.
happening.
Yep.
And like I did end up like they all act like this. They act like George Bush, looking for nuclear weapons, tilting at windmills, seeing terrorists and nuclear weapons everywhere in trees. Like, that's how they act, bro. And that's why they're like this.
Dangerous.
Yeah, they're putting their life on the line.
No,
they're dangerous.
When one of them steps out of line, it tarnishes the image that the public has for cops. How many people now, as soon as they see a cop, they want to get in the cop's face, even when it's not even justified, right? Like, people are already on edge. Like, they get pulled over, they're already at 100, ready
Camera's
to
already out.
ready to go after the cop, when maybe it was
maybe nothing. Camera should always be out. When these motherfuckers try to accost you, camera out immediately. Like, fuck out of here. Film everything they do. I don't presume that the police are doing the right thing. I presume you motherfuckers are doing the wrong thing, because you always are. Fuck out of here.
But it's for everybody, because it's just like individual people can do harm to other people. People are vicious, vindictive, and manipulating. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether they're a cop in a uniform or a regular person on the street. You should have
cops
evidence, period.
But according to them, according to the police, they put their badge uniform on and become God's angels. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Fucking
Apparently.
goofballs, bro. Sounds stupid as hell.
just a cop that was just trying to do his job, but because of people like this, you never know. One side doesn't know what the other side's intent is.
And you can't even do anything because, for example, if that guy next to him was like a green cop, like, you're not gonna tell a 20-year-old vet.
I don't care. They should have hung a lot of them. They should have gave every one of those cops the same thing they gave Derek Chauvin. I don't want to hear that.
Should have thought about that before it happened, because guess what?
Stand there and watch him murder a man. I don't really care how you feel about losing your job, you fucking goofball. You're
Right.
supposed to do your job. Not be a callous motherfucker. Oh, you care about your pension more than a motherfucker getting strangled to death? Like, stop
Being
it.
immoral.
Stop
Like,
it,
what?
bro. Right. Miss me with the, I was only following orders. Miss me with
Dangerous is
that.
happening, and you're already put in a position that's like high stress that you don't really know how to deal with because your training is so crap.
Not
so
my
then
problem.
in the moment you get shocked, you're shook as a newbie, and
Everybody's
you
shook,
don't know
right?
what to do. You're just, yes, okay, you're just following orders and stuff.
Right.
And it's nuts.
Even though I'm sure that it may not even matter if you're new or not, because even if you have been there for a long time, you're in a culture that's like,
The
okay,
corruption, yeah.
right, dude, what? You're my partner. You're against me too?
Right,
I
you
gotta deal
can't
with
speak
these
up.
clowns?
And you're
Now
against
you're
me
against
too?
me
Right.
too?
Right.
And then what's gonna happen? And you're in an environment full of men, right? You're probably
Well, we've
gonna
seen the
get
stories.
shut down.
We've seen those stories, right, where some cops do
Mhm.
come forward and try to stop, and they get targeted.
Think about it.
Like,
In
other,
human nature, we want to belong. We want to be accepted. So every group of people want to look out for one another. That's just natural human being nature. We want to be accepted, socialized. Like, we are social creatures.
I don't know about look out for one another. As far as I'm concerned, humans are naturally pieces of shit. I don't trust
They
anybody.
are, but when you befriend someone, you're going to look out for them.
Yeah, maybe.
And you're expecting that they're going to look out for you.
Yeah, and they're gonna watch you murder other people and help you bury the body. That too.
I mean, they have.
That's how they be acting, bro.
Exactly.
their officers will come, like, bust down their house, or like some have been killed. Like, some police officers that have tried to come forward, like the department they worked for was so corrupt, they try to come forward, like, cops are dealing drugs, cops are doing crazy stuff, planting drugs on people, and what happens? Like, some came forward and they got murdered for it.
Yeah.
Like, the culture inside some of the precincts, it's like complete toxic
Right.
behavior.
So I think
Corruption's everywhere.
our only solutions would be to like restructure and reform the way we do policing in general, so that these agencies are held accountable to their actions. And when a person's acting like this and you know, they're not serving and protecting, they have to face some type of consequence, and their consequence can't be just moving around to a different precinct.
Right. The problem
Yeah, to
is
go
like the internal
victimize other
investigations that they do. They
Exactly.
self-police themselves.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay,
That's the main
we
thing.
there was an incident, so we're gonna investigate ourselves. Oh, it turns out we did nothing wrong.
Right.
Right. Like how
They do it all the time.
Every time.
They do it like, oh, we found out the officer's been cleared of wrongdoing. I'm like, oh, he has he?
Bullshit.
Like, what? Stop.
How is that even logical?
Right.
When you commit a crime, would they let you investigate yourself?
Right? Hey guys, you said I robbed this store. Let me find out my alibi where I was. Oh, I was at home asleep, so it couldn't have happened after my internal investigation.
Yeah. And
That-
my mom said I was there, so we're good.
Right. So we're
Clearly
good.
it wasn't me. So, case closed. Case closed, Johnson.
Claim close Johnson. Right. That's really what they be
It's
doing.
insane, man. We need a sort of a public entity that does internal investigations.
Right.
That it's
That has nothing
only a
to do with the
civilian
police department.
panel.
Because
and investigate
even though
all-
internal affairs is not necessarily the police department that they're in, they're still police, bro. At the end of the day,
all the cops that get complaints, you know, that's completely detached from the department. That the department has to answer to. It's completely out of their hands, because that's the only way you can clean this
Yeah, you
up.
have to have a
You know,
neutral-
body cams
neutral
help
body.
to an extent.
Right? 'Cause
But
they can
wait,
still hide
have
and
you
turn them
noticed
off.
that there are some body cams that they can, first of all, they can turn them off.
Of course.
Right.
Or they can turn the sound off.
Yep.
Right?
Makes no sense.
And it's been abused already.
Right. Already. Multiple
Sound
times we've
really
seen examples of
How
that.
is it that you're allowed to turn off the fucking body cam?
But turning it off makes you look sus to begin with.
But
so-
they do it, whether it makes you look sus, it's turned off.
But the fact that even though you don't know what happened in that period of time, you should still
That's
be
it.
penalized for the fact that you went against, you know, the whole keeping the camera on for your, you know.
Well, that's what there should be, but there's no penalty for it. What it should be is that if you turn your camera off and something happens to somebody,
And we cannot prove what happened.
we're gonna say you did it and
Yep.
put you in jail.
Yep.
That's what should happen. And I'm telling you, or at the very least, there should be a negative inference. And what that is, for y'all non-lawyer people out here, is that if evidence of something exists and you are found to have made that evidence go away, or have found to have somehow been involved in wrongdoing and making that evidence not be there, and that can be disappearing evidence, that can be killing a witness. Sometimes they will, in civil cases, they'll allow a negative inference against you, which means that whatever that evidence that we now can't find because of you was supposed to prove against you, like we don't know whether it was going to be in your favor or not in your favor because we can't find it. But because we know you disappeared it, we're going to say that it was going to find against you. That's what's going to happen. That's what should happen. And you add on the fact that there should be a charge for obstruction of justice and tampering with evidence. Like, how the fuck are you going to turn off your body cam on purpose and then something happens? It's like, really, my guy? The fuck? And we're supposed to let you rock.
Right, and the off chance the body camera would have helped exonerate you for any wrongdoing, so why would you? That's just sus, and that's why you should be penalized in
Right.
the manner that you said. Like, it's ridiculous.
All right, that's it for this one. We'll holler at you.
Bye.